Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Therapist Plays Yakuza. Hello, my name is Brady. I am a licensed therapist, and on this channel, we tend to do these kind of like deep dives into characters and doing different kinds of psychoanalysis on them. So, Yakuza is a series that I have been wanting to get into for a very long time. I just hear nothing but good things about it. It's something that I've always had an interest in because I don't know much about it beyond it has like a big narrative focus. My understanding is that it's quite melodramatic, but that it has a lot of heart and that the characters are very well written as well. So that polarity is very interesting to me. And yeah, I feel like it was just time to give it a shot. So on this very first episode, I give you some of my very early impressions about Kiryu and Nishikiyama, what I'm picking up about their relationship, and some of the things that I'm kind of piecing together about their history with one another, and some of my ideas about what sorts of character and psychological analysis we might get into as we learn more about them. I have to say, I am thoroughly impressed with this game so far. I was already expecting to enjoy it, but I couldn't actually predict that I would enjoy it this much. So I am very excited to start this journey with you all. So let's begin. Okay, so I have never played a Yakuza game in my life. This will be the first one. What do I know about this series? Basically, the only thing I'm familiar with is that there's a lot of melodrama, but that the characters are very well realized. So I thought this would be a fun one to do, like therapeutic analysis on. I genuinely don't know. So let's find out. Oh shit! It's so visceral, the sound effects. I love it.
この街で喧嘩ならちゃんと相手を選べ。大金持ち歩いてるときは特にな。
Seriously, you could be picking fights with wads of cash. That shit's gonna get took. Okay. 21st century redevelopment plans. Okay. 1988.
Amy ちゃん、まだいいじゃん。こんな時間さすびら切ったってタクシー捕まんないんだから。
やだもう。いいから宅代出してよ。
あ、じゃあさ、プラザのスイートでも取るよ。だから俺と朝までねね。なんだてめえ、言ってんだよ。おい、ちょっと待てよこれ。おいてめえ、ぶつかっといて何スカとこいてんだよ。ちゃんと謝れっつんだよ。土下座しろ土下座。おい、よしよ、
He's a Yakuza.
あ
I don't know.
いやその
Gave him the Yakuza look.
どうもすみませんでした
No, that's a power play. Okay. I like this characterization. I like that he's not like confrontational. He's not just gonna beat people up just because they bother him.
終わりました。ちょっと封筒が
He's got a mission.
このままでいいですか。
そんなこと気にしないでいい。
Cash is cash.
むき出しだろうが金は金だからね。堂島組さんは仕事早くて助かるよ。はいこれ。約束の1割。ご苦労さん。
どうも。
で、これは俺からの気持ちね。
いや、それは。
取り半が常識のこのご時世、安い取り分でやってもらってんだ。普通なら本職の人にこんな安い額の取り立て頼めないからね。
でも。
同年代のガキどもが
He's got a kind of a sadness to his eyes, though.
本職の君が金もないんじゃ様になんねえだろ。ま、これは俺との初仕事を終えたご祝儀みたいなもんだ。はっ、とっとき。
ありがとうございます。
しかし
Stoic
バカに金貸しちまうと後が面倒でしょうがねえな。30万ポッチ捨てんのは簡単だが、回収しとかねえと商売としてのけじめがつかねえ。なあ。
ええ、まあ。
俺も長いことこの町で金貸しやってるからよくわかる。今の世の中、金の本当の価値が分かってるやつなんてほとんどいやしない。その点、学のない君の方が高学歴の若造よりよっぽど分かってる気がするんだけど、そうじゃない？
俺には分かりません。それじゃこれで。
なあ、うちに来ねえか？兄ちゃん、君の腕っぷしならヤクザやるよりもっと簡単にもっと多くの金が稼げる。いい飯腹いっぱい食っていい女を好きなだ
Every
けだ
night
け
an orgy.
それだけじゃない。
And that's just the
金さえあれ
beginning.
ば不幸な人間を幸せにすることすらできる。ヤクザは下積みが長え。手っ取り早くのし上がるにはうちに来て稼ぐってのもいい選択だと思うんだが。
3年前にその言葉を聞いてればそうしてたかもしれませんけど、一度極道になったもんは時間を巻き戻せない。
それが答えか。
ヤクザには誰かを幸せにすることなんてできないんすかね。
さあな。俺はヤクザになったことねえからわからねえ。ま、気が変わったらいつでも連絡してくれ。じゃ。
金貸しが偉そうに。めんどくせ。
Fucking stylish. Let's fucking go. All right, I'm in. I have some things to say, but I'll wait till the game gives me a chance. I don't want to disrupt this for even a single second. This is great. It's all about money. Money makes the fucking world go round. This fucking... this is the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a whole fucking breakdown of this opening scene because there's so much characterization and psychology on display. It's great. I'm gonna make some character predictions and we'll see like how far I can go with it. Okay. All right. Bound by oath. Oh, hold on. Is there going to be another cutscene? I kind of want to, like, before the thoughts escape my brain. Okay, yeah, good. So I want to talk about that opening scene. So our main character here, yeah, the first thing I noticed about him, there's this kind of like sadness to him. He's very principled, right? Not taking the extra money, not really being interested in it, but also not really bothering with the guys that he bumped into. Like, what I see from this character, from this person so far, is someone who understands their own influence, right? How they appear to someone, the command over the language he can use, the status that he wields being a Yakuza. Obviously, like his physical demeanor, like he just looks like a fucking badass. Um, at the same time, like this very likely makes it, if not impossible, very difficult to connect to people, which is where I feel that like kind of sadness coming up, right? Just kind of a victim of his own abilities, right? I start wondering why someone like this ended up in the lifestyle that he's in and why he's still there. He talked about once you're a Yakuza, you can't go back. So is there a loyalty component to this? To me, he doesn't strike me as the person who fears for, you know, his own life in that sense. Like if he leaves, then he's going to be tracked down. He looks like he's quite capable of handling himself. Or he doesn't have enough care for himself to feel like that's really a problem. So maybe he's doing this to provide for someone else. Someone who has a lot of principles like that, our principles, like the things that we stand very securely on, they tend to be clarified when we have been through moments where they've been extremely challenged, right? So I start thinking about, okay, well, what has his history been? What has been the result when he has seen either himself compromise his own principles in the past, like taking extra money or hurting someone that he maybe feels didn't actually deserve it, but he had to due to his job, or he's seen someone else break their own principles and he's seen what that's done to their character. He sees the environment that he's in, the flashing lights, the hedonism, the way that people react emotionally on things, right? They're very impulsive. And maybe he feels like that's what happens when you don't have very firm principles. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot that just like is just feels like it's very present in his character so far, but that he's obviously not very open about. Like he says just what he needs to. Um, and yeah, he's not impressed by the world around him that he lives in, the society that has expectations for what it means to survive and thrive in, and what he has to do to meet those expectations himself. Um, for someone like this who feels like they don't really agree with or align to the standards that society sets, whether that be like the general public or even the criminal underworld, he probably feels pretty lonely. At the same time, he feels very like perhaps morally justified in what he's doing because he at least has those principles. And in a sense, he may feel like the ends justify the means. Yeah, I don't really know much at this point, but that's just like kind of my basic impression so far. Let's continue. At some point, I'm going to ask the question I always ask, which is like, okay, when I know a little bit more about him, what would therapy with this individual look like? We'll get there. I genuinely, I don't know anything beyond what we've seen so far, so. This is where Nishiki said he'd meet me. Guess I beat him here. Code for what you up to. I'm waiting for your slow ass to show up. May as well have a look around and see if I can find him. Oh, okay. We're in. We're in the game. Man, this environment is great. Super well realized. Okay, what do we got? This looks like maybe a save point. Save the game, yeah. We'll save. Oh, man, the environment is so good. Like, just the way people are walking and reacting, and just they seem like they're up to their own things. Here we go. Let's see some of those principles. Running shakedowns on our turf. Somebody needs to set them straight before they try anything really stupid. Let's fucking go, Kiryu. Also, I very much appreciate like the integration of narrative, world building, and tutorialization, right? I'm about to get my first like combat encounter, I imagine, which coincides with like genuine world building. Like I'm learning about not only this character, but like it matters that stuff is happening on his turf that he doesn't appreciate.
Yakuza じゃねえのかそいつバカヤクザったって年も大して俺らと変わんねえどうせ下っ端だろお前らこの町に来んのは初めてかだったらなんだよここらはうちの組の島なんだなカムロ町を歩き慣れている連中ならこの辺りでバカはしねえなんだとヤクザが偉そうに説教垂れてんじゃねえぞこら
Street hooligans! Man, this is so good. It's so stylish. Okay. The fucking soundtrack goes hard as well. I hope that YouTube lets me keep this in because I'm gonna be real sad if I can't keep this fucking soundtrack in. It's so good. Okay, rush combo. Let's go. Just tank it. Tank it. Y during an X combo to perform a finishing blow that knocks the enemy down. The effect varies depending on the number of times X is pressed, so try it in a few ways. Alright, let's do it. Oh. The yellow gauge on the top left indicates your health. The game will end if the yellow part is fully depleted, so keep an eye on your health at all times. If the gauge flashes red, it means you're in very bad shape and should replenish your health immediately. Okay. B is a grab. You can grab through a block. Oh, you could just straight up headbutt them? Oh my god. This is so brutal. I love it. Get fucked. Oh my god. Time to wipe the smirks off your opponent's faces. If you get hit, you can strike back right away. So a counter. You can gain money. Is there a way to block? Get fucked. No hooligans. No hooligans on my street, please. It's fucking time to clean up this town.
相変わらず容赦ねえな。錦、おめえいつまで経っても来ねえから、待ち合わせすっぽかされたかと思ったよ。
Kira Nishikiyama.
逆だ。おめえがなかなか来ねえからこうやって時間潰してたんじゃねえか。
暇つぶしに喧嘩って。おとなしくヘルスにでも行けってろ。ガキじゃあるめえし。
興味ねえ。
相変わらず硬いね。まあいいや。とりあえず飲みに行こうぜ。久々にオールで付き合えよ。な？
あ
あ。
I feel like I'm playing a movie. This is so good.
Huh?
I love that. They weren't even thinking about saving this poor guy. It's all about cleaning up the streets. But maybe for Kiryu, it actually... I feel like he's a very principled person. I just get that vibe. For good and for ill, perhaps.
しかしよ、お前も様になってきたよな。もう一発のヤクザだ。今日の取り立てももう済ませたんだろ。まあな。これで風間のおやっさんも少し安心するか。さあな。あいにく俺の取り柄は喧嘩の腕っぷしだけだ。お前みたいに器用じゃねえからな。
All I can do is fight. Okay, there's an interesting narrative in that, right? About what how he sees himself. I'm just gonna file that one away.
こんなバカみたいな時代だぜ。楽しまなきゃ損だろう。少し頭使えや。風間のおやつさんが無所から出てくるのは年明けてからだ。それまでに俺も少しは気を持ってくさ。へえ。なら、まずそのみすぼらしいなりから。
Oh, yes! Fuck yes! Let's get some more threads.
お前もたまには50万のスーツでも着てみろよ。そうすりゃ世の中の見え方もちった変わる。
I agree, I agree.
俺は服なんかどうでもいい。
We're gonna make fashion your thing, Kiryu.
お前な、あの人は組の若頭。堂島組のナンバー2だぞ。あのレベルまで行きゃそれでも通用するがな。極道商売にある程度見栄が必要なんだよ。
It's part of the job.
お前が最近車買ったのもその見栄のためか。このこじゃれたライターも俺んだ。そろそろ返せよ。見栄張りてんならケチケチすんな。お前も本当は分かってんだろ。人は車のエンブレムと着ている服のブランド、そしてこの堂島組の大門を見て素直に言うことを聞く。
That's in direct contrast to, like, Kiryu not really having all of those things, but very clearly communicating his status through other things, right? Like, for example, the blood on his face and just his whole demeanor. People were able to detect he was a Yakuza without those.
Yakuza は見え張ってなんぼだぜ。
A Yakuza is only as good as his image.
そんなもんさ。仇の癖してアコギな商売するやつに借りた金で遊びまくるバカ。この町の連中に人の内面なんて見抜けない。
They're layering on the
奴らにとっちゃ
dynamics.
外見が全て。
わかったもういい。それより飲みに行くんじゃなかったのか。
おうおう、そうだったな。よし、たまにはピンク通りにでも行くか。あの辺りにいい店があるんだ。
What I like about this scene so far is it's clarified a couple of things. Their relationship. They're two people in the same organization, obviously, but very different ideas about what it means to be in that relationship or in that organization. Also giving a little bit of history, like the person Kiryu is talking about, the one he kind of idolizes, or at least is thinking of when he sets his own standard, is in prison, getting out soon. And just kind of talking shop about like their little outfit that they have, like as Yakuza. Some history, some lore, some context. Good stuff.
行くぞ。
This is really effective, like very economic storytelling, character writing. All right, where are we going, Ishiki?
一緒にホテル行きましょう。
おめえ、この辺りの店、
しますよ。
ちゃんと出入りしてるか？当たり外れも含めて何でも知っとかねえとな。金ケチって溜め込むのもいいけど、こういうご時世だ。金は使いようで売買にもなる。で、その手の情報をつかみね、街で遊んでアンテナ張らねえとな。この街でしのぐってのはそういうことさ。
What I find so far is Nishiki is like very transactional way of thinking. When you have this set of clothes, when you have this status symbol, you get this respect. When you invest this much into whatever, finances, status, you get this much back, right? Very transactional. People who have a very transactional mindset, to me, they strike me as people who they look at the world very much in terms of external change, right? A lot of what happens around them can be explained by like the forces of economy, the world, other people's decisions, but very rarely like internal stuff, right? Their own emotional changes, their own relationship changes, being the things that they feel are dictating what happens to them, which may be what contrasts these two, actually. Because Kiryu clearly doesn't see things so input, output, like respect and status and wealth and influence are not so linearly gained.
可愛い女子大生がよりどりみどりと言われ、ついていったらバーバーばっかり。5000円ポッキリのはずがぼったくられる。そういうのも全部勉強だと思えばいい。つが、そう思わねえとやって。
Maybe he's spent time like that and he's learned that things are a little more complicated.
今のは物の例えであって、別に俺が実際に体験したってわけじゃん。まあとにかく今日は俺のおごりだ。おめえも食べ。
Yeah, to me, Nishiki's talking from a place of like, this is what he's heard, right? This is what he's heard about the game and the way things go. Like he said, it's not from personal experience. Where Kiryu feels a little more like emotionally seasoned.
何は楽しめ。いいな。
I love the like dress wear of the crowds. It's so good.
おつぼね様でしょ。
どうやってあれだけのお嬢様を落としたんだよ。
ベルだ。
What is this? A fight? Looks like it. Come on, you're in the way. What's your problem, bro? You got a problem? We're in the middle of some important business. Hey, old man, quit talking to those them. We're not done here. He's a trendy youth. Who's an old man, you snot-nosed little punk. What are we gonna do about this? A trendy youth and a drunken elder. It's not worth the trouble. Let's take a different route. No need. I've got a faster way to fix this. I just need to sober them up a bit with my fists. Okay, let's do it, Kiryu. I can't tell if you're a sadist or a charity worker. What are you blabbing about? Stay out of this. Yeah, butt out, you butts. The drunkards. When I said principled, remember, I am not meaning like always good principles, just very firm ones. Could be a sign that some of Kiryu's principles are like a little on the edge, like he looks down on people who are less effective in some ways. Which would be a result of the same thing that I talked about, like you've seen that clarified for you somewhere in your history. Or perhaps he's been that way before and it's been a problem. Did I miss if there was like a block? Guard. Oh, okay, yeah, there's a guard. The 3 blue glowing bars on the top left are called the heat gauge. The heat gauge starts at first bar, and as your attacks hit enemies, the gauge fills up, shifting to the second and third bar. At each level, your speed increases. Some moves require a certain level of heat, so you're used to fighting, keep an eye out. Once the heat gauge shifts to second or third bar, Kiryu's body begins to glow with a blue aura. This is called heat mode. And it signals that you can use special heat actions. Try using heat actions while sobering up the drunkards. Let's do it. Let's sober them up. Sober them up. It's time to sober up, buddy. Jesus Christ. That concludes the explanation of the heat gauge. But the 2 drunkards still need some sobriety beaten into them. Oh man, as someone working in counseling addiction right now, that's quite profound. If you take a fighting stance using RB, movement with the left stick will center around the enemy in front of you. This is effective when you want to focus your attacks on a single enemy. Okay. Okay, so we can like lock on. Time to sober up. I love it. I love that when you punch, the money pops out. God. So brutal. It's so brutal. I'm suddenly sober. What was that? He actually beat sobriety into them. Guys, I've been doing this all wrong. This whole therapy thing. If this was all the only route I needed to take, then I've just been doing it wrong this whole time. Sounds like that sobered them up. Did it cure you? Okay, I'm so in. This is so great. I remember watching music videos at that bar. Then we got to talking about which idols we liked. Yeah, then some smartass started making fun of poor sweet Shoko-chan. Ah, they were getting into a waifu debate. My head's throbbing. I can't remember past that. We've had enough for tonight. Go home. Why? What? He beat them into sobriety, but he also pummeled them with empathy. Fucking Kiryu is a saint with his fists. What? This is a miracle. Kiryu! And he knew that would happen. He can detect people's, their gooey core, their center. Look how sad he is. He knows these things. He's a world-weary, sad, wise, powerful gangster. Ah, I think I've fallen in love with him. He's great. Completing certain challenges will earn you completion points. You can view them from the pause menu under completion list. Some of things that will probably happen on their own as you play the game, but others will require more deliberate effort. Okay. Visit temples or shrines to access the exchange menu, where you can expend CP to earn special blessings, ranging from being able to sprint for longer distances to earning more cash from fights. They're big helps, so take a look. Oh, okay. I'm ready. Let's do it.
What?
An aging forerunner. What a waste. A damn shame, I say. Hmm? You've got to punch like a 2-ton gorilla and you go wasting it on drunks. What do you think that talent was meant for? All that fighting prowess. Look! Aging foreigner. He beat them into healthy, sober, empathetic submission. That was his plan all along. He's a kind spirit. I just help a couple guys work off some alcohol, that's all. Yes, that's the point. That's the problem. You want to talk alcohol, you're like taking one swig from a vintage bottle and tossing the rest. Going from the look of you, you're Japanese mafia, yeah? Something like that. Seems like you're pretty confident in a fight. A real dynamite boy. You calling me boy? Don't get ruffled now, kid. Compared to me, you're practically a toddler.
Ah.
Hey, Kiryu, what's the holdup, man? It's nothing. Be right there. No sense wasting time on this drunk. I should just go. Too much booze is bad for you, Gramps. Take care.
Hey.
Hey, now, hold up. Wait! I got one piece of advice for you. And I've got a friend waiting for me. If you've got something to say, make it quick. He's even giving this guy the time of day. Out for a night with your main dog. Me and the boys used to really wreck it back when I was your age. The writing's so good. But if you spend all your money playing around, you'll never get stronger. You gotta invest in yourself. What, like a gym membership? No, that's no better than spending it on booze. I'm talking about investing in yourself, literally. Literally? What does that even mean? Glad you asked, my boy. Here's a special lecture just for you. Ah, the fucking diegetic tutorialization continues. Upgrades now available. Is this my skill tree? What do we got? Ooh, a flying kick. I'll take that. It literally costs me cash money to upgrade my physical prowess. That's amazing. Oh, so it looks like there'll be different skill trees. I'm gonna pay 30,000 yen for More heat gauge. Blast it with cash. Fuck yeah. This is so cool. How have I never played these games? This is like the best thing ever. I need 2 million? I've got to make as much money as fast as possible now. A good thing the world is full of drunks bursting with cash. You keep pouring money into yourself, and with a little training, that talent of yours will grow in no time. So keep the women and wine on a budget, you hear? Investing in myself, literally. Never thought of that. Bet you're glad you stopped and listened now, eh? Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, he's so humble. I'm coming. All that serious talk killed my buzz. Time for round 2. You have a good night, my boy. That guy's gonna end up being like a big character, isn't he? Or just like coming back randomly to drop like tutorial knowledge. I hope so. That'd be great. What a weird old man. What's his deal? Let's go. Man, this environment is really dense. Love it. The soundscape as well is really immersive. Stay classy, Kamurocho.
だから人が集まってくるんじゃねえのか。最近の景気で金持った欲の塊みてえな連中がな。そいつらが酒やら女やら欲しがって集まる場所なんだ。この彼女って街は。
He's not sold on the like impulsive drives that he sees a lot of people indulge in. Like that makes him stand out compared to everyone, but he's just not buying into it like Nishiki does a little bit.
不器用なりに一応分かってんじゃねえか。
見直したか。
I'm impressed, Kiryu.
よ
う。なんだあいつら。
現役女子大生ホステスのまどかちゃんとゆいちゃんだ。
は？
ねえ、ポケベル鳴らしてるんだから電話してよ。今度いつお店来てくれるの？
今日後で顔出すよ。
本当に？
なんだよ、俺の言うこと疑ってる？
うん、信じたいけどな。
そんなこと言うなよ。ほら、お小遣いだ。
信じてるよ。
I trust you with my life.
ありがとう。じゃあまた後でね。待ってるよ、錦山くん。
いつの間にか大した顔じゃねえか、錦。
お前さ、俺があの女たちにまんまと小遣いせびられたと思ったろ。
That's exactly what he's
けど
thinking.
そうじゃねえ。女と繋がっとくことが大事なんだ。いいか、組の上にいる兄貴たちは基本的に女にモテない。あの人たちは見るからにヤクザでございますって格好してるからな。
それがなんだ。
だから兄貴たちと飲むときいろんな女連れてくと、それ
Oh, okay. Here's something I fucking love about Nishiki so far. Contrasting with Kiryu. What a perfect pair of characters to put next to each other. They're like perfect foils for one another because they don't contrast each other completely, but there's a lot of overlap, right? And a foil is a character who the qualities of one character in contrast to another amplify our awareness of those qualities. So Kiryu is very effective, but he's not very ambitious, it seems. Like he wasn't willing to take extra money. He's very principled in that respect, right? He doesn't seem like he's very interested in climbing the ladder. And that checks out with his like lack of concern for impulsive drives like women, booze, money, and that sort of thing. Like he doesn't see those as the stepping stones to success. But Nishiki, it's almost like it's not that he's not principled, but he realizes that if you want to be effective in the world and not just through your physical strength, which I guess you can just drop mad cash on to get better at, but if you want to thrive, you have to understand the political dynamics and not just within the Yakuza, but in the world in general. And money buys influence in that sense, right? It buys resources that are not as tangible as the dollar or the yen itself. He's very ambitious. He's a smart guy. He knows how to pull the strings. It seems like he's got his eye on leadership. I feel like he wants to be a leader. I feel like I'm getting the sensation that maybe these two may actually be like at odds with each other at some point. Like Nishiki climbing the ladder and having his goals not necessarily align with Kiryu's at that point. I would hate to see that though, because I love these two and I want them to be best friends forever. Also, I'll just clarify this because there's probably new people joining the channel with this series. I just tend to throw out lots of like speculation. I'm just saying what comes to mind at the second, right? Like I'm not like the best at predicting the plot of things. I try to take what I hear and apply my knowledge of psychology and therapeutic practice to it to understand like what human behavior dynamics are on display. So a lot of times I just say shit not expecting it to work out. It's just what comes to my mind, and I'm not like following that thread at all. But also please don't like comment and tell me if I'm right or wrong. You know, part of the fun of this is just the like baseless, not quite baseless, but projective speculation. So yeah, if I happen to be right about anything, just let me cook. Let me cook on it. What did I just say? What did I just say? I got this guy down.
そうかもしんね
さあ、店はここだ。今夜はとことん付き合ってもらうからな。
Let's go. The only other thing I know about this game series is that there's lots of mini games. I hope we get one of those now. But I'll do with a suave cutscene as
え。お
well.
前この店にはよく来んのか？
ん？これで2度目だけど。なんでだ？
ボトルキープなんかしてるからよ。常連なのかと思ってな。
ちまちまビール飲むより見栄えがいいだろ
Very
う。
observant.
店のもんに顔も売れる。俺は安く見られるのはごめんなんだな。
He's all about image and perspective. Like
お前は偉いよ。
Nishiki is so calculating. You can see Kiryu picking up on that though, because I think there is a part of him that feels he would have to like wither some of his principles away to get in touch with that, like ability to exert influence through other people's desires and impulses, which Nishiki is like able to tap into. He's like soaking this up like a sponge. You can tell he admires him, but maybe feels like he couldn't be him.
確かに見栄ってのを大事にしてる。
おめえもこの世界でのし上がりたきゃ少しは見習えよ。
I fear that what I'm saying is coming true the second I say it. It's not a good sign.
おめえはそういうタイプじゃないってことか。
That's what I just said.
俺はおやっさんの背中を追いかけてこの世界に入った。
Hmm.
孤児だった俺ら拾ってくれたあの人のために。てめえの体張るくらいしか脳がね
え。いや、もしかしたらおめえは今のままでいいのかもな。
ん？
おめえが下で頑張って風間のおやっさんが出世すりゃ、おめえにも出世の目が出てくるかもしれない。
Yeah, they have these totally different approaches, right? Nishiki is looking at this like, this is the way the game is played. This is, you know, the industry that we're in. This is how he understands human behavior and how to get people to indulge in that to his benefit. Whereas Kiryu, this is honor based, and that is its own currency that could propel him to success just the same way. I just fucking hope they don't end up on opposite sides of the conflict, because I'm gonna be devastated. I love them. They clearly love each other as well. They grew up in this game together, and being orphans, that's one of those things that I'm filing away as well, because we're going to get into the psychology of child development at some point, most likely based on that, what it means for people's development of like social norms, expectations about themselves and other people, their viability in relationships, right? When you don't have like hard-coded parental figures, attachment styles, like insecure avoidant, secure attachment. I'm eager to get into all that stuff. This is all just like, I think I've only been playing this for like, yeah, less than an hour, and man, I feel like I know so much about these characters. The writing is so effective so far, and it already has me thinking about like how to go into analysis with them over time. But we'll save that for later. I just want to like, one, expose myself to them enough, kind of give you my first impressions, but also just like I'm fucking enjoying the scenes, you know. So yeah, I'm so sold on this.
そういうのし上がり方もあるさ。ただ、おめえは風間のおやっさんの子じゃない。堂島組の組員なんだ。おやっさん、なんで俺らのこと風間組に入れてくれなかったんだろうな。そりゃ堂島組の方が格は上だけどさ。
よせよ。おやっさんに考えがあってのことだ。
まあ、そうだな。
Fundamentally, though, we know what these two people want, at least in basic terms, right? Nishiki wants to grow and become powerful and respected. We'll ask that question later about why that's important to him. And Kiryu feels like he owes a debt to someone, and he wants to, you know, give as much of his life as he can to that person. We'll also talk about why that's important to him at a later time.
よし、真面目な話はもうやめだ。カラオケでもしてパーッと騒ごうぜ。
Yes! Yes!
わかった。今日はとことん付き合うぜ。
Oh, fucking yes. Karaoke is a rhythm game where you press buttons shown on the screen in time with a song. Press the indicated button when the cursor reaches it. You fucking got it. Make sure to press the correct buttons at the right time. The better your timing, the more points you'll get. If your timing is really off, it will not count, even if you press the correct button. Okay. When someone else sings, you can support them with interjections. You can choose either simple or lively interjections. Simple interjections offer easier inputs, but you won't get more than 90 points. For a chance to score more, try lively interjections. Oh, fuck. This is deep. All right. What do we got? We got maracas. We got the clap. We got tambourine. We got sing-along. Let's do it. This one. This one. Akamitai. Oh my god. This is amazing. This is the best game ever. How have I never played these games?
I sing for you.
Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Oh my god, there's... Okay. Kiryu can fucking sing? My man is so talented. Shit. Oh my god, this is the best thing ever. It's also a montage? Oh my god, the cinematic presentation is so good. I'm like starstruck. Oh, it's about to get like kind of sad and I mean the bird's really happy. Yes! Take it. One mistake. Karaoke King. Pfft, fucking I knew it. Entertain yourself 10 times. My pleasure.
知らなかったぜ。おめえがあんなにカラオケ好きだったとはよ。
バカ。そらお前がハメ外そうとか言うから仕方なく付き合ってやっただけで。
Oh, come on, Kiryu. You were doing it for yourself as well.
その割にはノリノリ
Yeah, we did. We loved it. I like to think like me as the narrator of the playthrough. It's like I'm like his unconscious thoughts. Like we fucking loved it. Admit it.
段から隠れて練習してるんだろう。なあ。
We are going to sneak off and
そんなわ
practice.
けねえだろ。
それにしても思いっきり歌ったら腹減ったな。締めにラーメンでも言っとくか？
It's a good idea.
まだ食うつもりか？俺はそんなに腹減ってねえよ。
まあいいじゃねえか。付き合えよ。天国圏でどうだ？
しょうがねえな。わかったよ。
Let's do it.
行くぞ。
Okay, we'll check out the ramen shop, and then I think that'll be a good little taste test for the beginning of this
曲
playthrough.
のチョイスは渋いけど。
悪かったな。流行りの曲はよく知らねえんだ。
なら少しは勉強しろって。流行りに遅れた男はモテないからな。
そうか。
つっても男のアイドルなんかは俺も今勉強中だ。知ったかぶりしてなんとかやり過ごしてる。
それ 周りにバレてんじゃねえのか。
かもな。やっぱアイドルっつったら女だ。最近はマジで可愛い子が多いぞ。
おお、そうなんだ。
ああ、帰ったらチェックしてみろよ。案外ハマって俺より詳しくなるかもな。
さあな。
そのうち俺ら二人。
Is there like an idol subquest or
お
something
互い想像したくねえ姿だ。
that we can get involved in? Maybe we can become an idol. That'd be cool. $6:50 a.m.
おい、なんだよ。全然食ってねえじゃんか。
だからもう食えねえって言ったろ。大盛りなんか頼みやがって。
情けねえこと言うなよ。それでも男が。
昨夜11時頃、カムロ町の一角で発見された若い男性の変死体は激しい暴行を受けており、警視庁では殺人事件とみて付近を捜査中です。ただいま続報が入りました。若い男性の身元が判明したとのことです。死体で発見された男性は都内在住の会社員栗原太一さん32歳。警視庁の調べでは栗原さんは金融業者数社から借金を抱えていたとみられ、今後関係者から事情を聞く方針です。
おい、桐生。
ん？
カムロ町で殺したと。
よくある話だろうが。
いや、お前、昨べの取り立て、相手のこと結構痛めつけたって言ってたよな。
Oh shit.
こちらが栗原さんの死体が発見された現場です。
ここって、俺が取り立てした場所だ。
おいおい、お前、マジか。
いや、死ぬまで殴ったわけじゃねえ。
It's a fucking conspiracy, isn't it?
この場所はカムロ町で人がごった返すネオン街からわずかに裏道を入った先にあります。ビルとビルに囲まれて
Someone's trying to set us up.
かなりいびつな空間という印象を受けますが、栗原さんの死体はこのわずかに残る更地に倒れていたとのことです。
こいつ。
やめてくれ。
俺が取り立てたやつだ。
お前、本当に間違いねえのか。
はあ、
何やってんだよ。取り立てで相手殺しちまうなんてよ。誰からだ。組か。
ああ、早速呼び出した。
Okay. What a fantastic setup.
事務所に電話してくる。
やっぱり今のニュースの件で呼び出されてんだよな。お前、まずいことになったな。いや、お前ももちろんやべえけど、これで風間のおやっさんの立場も危うくなる。
何？
この不始末につけ込まれちまうってことだ。
どういう意味だ？
お前や俺がおやっさんに拾われたってことは堂島組の人間なら誰でも知ってる。だからよ、俺らの不始末はおやっさんの責任にもなっちまう。
だが俺がやっちまったことだ。おやっさんは関係ねえ。
For someone so principled and whose entire means of doing this is based on the honor for this person, what a fantastic conflict to present for Kiryu. Like, that's clearly not what his intention was. Like, he was fine beating him nearly to death, but to death, definitely not. That's not neither in his, like, the compartmentalized morals of his job, nor in his personality, it seems, right? Especially the way we got the whole punching them into sobriety and empathy scene. The fact that that was just like a silly like interjection, but because we saw that scene, it makes this one land so much more. I can already see Nishiki's like maybe path of divergence here, where he's not willing to go down for his association with was it Kazuma? I think it was. So maybe this is where the rift starts to come into
そ
play.
うはいかねえよ。殺しとなるとことがでかい。多分親さんの後釜に座ろうって連中は間違いなくそこをついてくる。堂島組若頭補佐の3人とかな。くそ。そもそも半年前、親さんが殺にパクられたのもその3人の誰かに売られたって噂だ。
なんだそれは。
Oh man, the conspiracy goes deep.
周到に場所変えてたのにいきなり摘発食らったろ。ありゃ組の事情に詳しいもんが殺にチクったとしか思えねえ。でそれが誰かっていや、3人の若頭補佐の1人、クゼの兄貴だったって噂だ。
クゼの兄貴がおやっさんを殺に撃ったってことか。
もちろん証拠があるわけじゃない。でもよ、その件でおやっさんが無所に行ってからクゼはえらい勢いついてる。火のないとこになんとやらだ。
So maybe someone affiliated with Yakuza found out about this collections effort Kiryu had to do, went in and cleaned up so that they could justify discrediting this whole outfit.
何しろ今は組に連絡するしかねえ。だろ。
そうか。そうだな。わかった。俺はとりあえず
I fear a betrayal from Nishikiyama on Kiryu at some point in the future. This is a threat to his ambitions. Is his relationship with Kiryu more important than what he wants for himself? That's the conflict I'm sensing. Ah, the melodrama. I'm so sold for it. I've got to call Dojima Family HQ. There should be a payphone around here. Okay, we're gonna save, and I'll continue this playthrough in the next episode. Wait. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. How do I just want to save the game. Okay, I guess we'll let this play out first.
桐生だ。そっちで誰か俺のポケベル鳴らしたか。
あ、はい。クゼの兄貴に言われまして。
Guy on phone duty.
桐生さん、すぐ事務所までお越し願いやす。実は若頭補佐のお三方が。
It's a fucking setup.
そうか、わかった。
Shit, this is gonna be. Oh, all right. Take a taxi to the headquarters. I was like, hopefully this doesn't lock me into like a long cutscene. I just want to save. Do I do that here? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's where I'm gonna pause. The first episode of this therapist plays Yakuza 0. I have to say, I am so impressed with this game so far. The pacing of this narrative in the first hour is like flawless. To set up the dynamics of these two main characters so far, their relationship, some of their history, that it's able to be both very complicated, like in terms of there's lots of objectives that people don't necessarily share, which is where conflict typically leads to, right? Kiryu clearly wants something based on his honor to the person who saved his life. Nishikiyama shares that honor, but he also has like higher personal ambitions, and he knows the game. He's probably going to be instrumental in discovering the conspiracy here. Hopefully that means he can help Kiryu out of this, but I fear it's going to be I have to choose one or the other, you know, my personal ambitions or my closest friend. To set up like the combat system, to infuse so much levity into like what is a very self-serious setting and like idea like Japanese mafia, but to play it like it's playing itself so straight, but at the same time it's a total goofball like attitude, and I love that. I love that dynamic. It's so fun. Yeah, the world is so well realized. The texture of this environment and all of the sounds and the dialogue and that sort of thing. Like I'm so sold on all of this. I'm already seeing like a lot of things that I want to do deep psychological dives into. Like I talked about some of the attachment styles that these two might have grown up with, where communication dynamics come into play when we're talking about people of different classes of authority, right? I imagine the scene that we're going to see in the next episode, Kiryu talking to the lieutenants and like the kind of pressure that he's under. There's also a bunch of hints to Kiryu and Nishikiyama's pasts, like their histories with one another and other people. I want to know how they got into this industry. Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much I want to talk about already, but I want to gather as much information as I can. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really eager to see what comes next in the story and to start doing some more deep psychological dives into these characters. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look at a therapist playing Yakuza 0. This is a series I've always wanted to get into, just never really found the time for it, but I just decided now is the time. So yeah, stick around. I'm excited to see more. So I typically record these episodes offline, and I do upload them early for people who support the channel through Patreon. So if you want to catch some of these episodes before they come out on YouTube. We've got a Discord, link is in the description, and we play other stuff as well. We're doing a Disco Elysium playthrough. It's really involved at this point. And yeah, I'm always open to other suggestions for things to play and talk about. So with all that said, I'll see you in the next one.